Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Eastern Gopnik Plays Realm of Mad God. It's been nice, it's been really nice actually. I've been enjoying the game quite a bit. I've been playing for quite a while as well, and as you can see I've actually started playing a little bit on a sorcerer too. So doing a few parasites, the event was on, and I maxed up quite a bit on mana, so I only need one left. Well, I only have one left to max. And then I decided to do some shadows as well. The event wasn't on for the shadows yet, but I decided to just do a few anyway, see how it goes. I also popped a few keys as well, which didn't go too well, as you can see right there. Then I started playing the knight, back to the knight, as you remember from the previous episode. I think the knight was I think it was 1 out of 8 that I maxed dexterity on the knight. Which is pretty easy to max. Dexterity is probably the easiest to max on any character, to be honest, so it's always something I go for. The Mad Lab event was on as well, which means the chest spawned at the end of the first boss, which gave me a lot of cloths and dice. Pardon me. Which gave me a lot of cloths and dice, so that was nice. And as you can see, I also got a mad coat, which is completely useless for the knight. Anyway, let's read the comments. In the previous episode, I asked you guys, what would you do if you was a developer for Realm of Mad God and you was able to make one change to the game? What would you do? Menados says, if I was a developer, I would make the Sword of Colossus an obtainable item. Seems like somebody hasn't got much luck on their side. I hope you get a Sword of Colossus at some point. Seems like you're having a rough time if that's the comment you're leaving. But if that is the comment you're leaving, then you must be quite happy with the game, which is nice to hear if you ask me, to be honest. If there's nothing you would change other than some drop rates, then that means you like the game, and I do enjoy it myself, though there is a few changes I would make. Andreas Pearson says I would make it so Exalt doesn't disconnect you every 5 seconds, so you can actually play the damn game. It is in beta though, come on man. You know it's in beta, so I play on Flash still. I did play on Exalt for a little bit, but yeah, I disconnect every 5 minutes as well, so I just play on Flash. Nothing wrong with Flash, to be honest, good old days, so it's how it all started anyway, so not much change for me. But I am waiting on Exalt. Reason being is because I want to play Trickster, and since I don't use rotation, I think that I've played some Trickster on Exalt, and oh boy, it was much easier to play Trickster on Exalt than it was on Flash, that's for sure, because I could see so much more, I could teleport so much further, and I didn't have to use rotation. Whereas on Flash, I think the Trickster basically needs you to either rotate and play off center to be most useful, to be honest. Lionel Lindem replied with 5 changes he would make instead of just 1. I'll read through the 5, I've got time. He says, don't incline so much pay to win, it's annoying and tempting. Get rid of those bots spamming messages. Adjust those bright coloured tiles to make objects like enemies stand out, for example nest. Add a certain highlight to special bags to make them extra special, more noticeable. Add something more to the star system, maybe a bonus or something more to be unlocked as you progress with stars. Dying due to lag is painful when you know it's not your fault, especially dungeons like Reefs, Shaitans, Belladonna. I would brainstorm my entire dev team on this one. I like those points, to be honest, so don't incline so much pay to win. I completely agree with. I've had a lot of ideas, but I don't know exactly how I would do, how I would go about making Realm less pay to win if I was the developer, because I'm not sure how much money they actually need. Getting rid of the bots in the Nexus, pretty sure they've been working on that forever, but this is what I think should happen is some players, just like in RuneScape, should give a moderator status. And there should also be a report button. Just like you can ignore people and unignore them, there should also be a report button. I think I would help out everybody. Adjust those bright coloured tiles to make objects like enemies stand out, for example, the nest. Not sure about this one, but I would like invisible players. Also, that was a fucking amazing dodge. But I would like invisible players, just like a lot of other people are mentioning in Reddit. Add a certain highlight to special bags to make them extra special. Maybe, I don't know, the white bag, I think if they added a white bag sound, it would be nice. It's sort of like like a holy one. So you know exactly that you definitely got the white bag and there's something good that's dropped. I think that would be nice. Add something more to the star system, I agree with as well. And the lag deaths, I'm not sure how on earth they could do anything about that, to be honest. But yeah, I agree. I'd like that too. Light Animate says rest in peace on your paladin, but the knight's looking good. Yeah, you'll see the knight. He will either die or get very far this episode. So be ready, Light, if you're watching right now. And Riley Hines says rest in peace, paladin as well. Well, I'll ask you guys one more question now as well, just so you have something to reply to. Just like Lionel mentioned, that the white bag should have something different to him. I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite white bag? What's the white bag that you want to see the most, I suppose? I'll answer this one straight away. I think for me, it would have to be either Ogma, because I do just like the Ogma shield. Maybe Crown. And to be honest, I like Bess white bags. When I see a white bag from Bess in the tomb, then I'm really, really happy most of the time. So I'd say one of those is that as well. I'd be happy with a Bess white bag, because I know it's either a Pyra or a Prot, and both of those items are like my favorites, to be honest. The Pyra ring is definitely one of my favorite rings in the game. Obviously, I've never had I don't think I've ever had a crown. I'm not too sure now. But for Pyros, I know I had so many of them, and for me, they're just the sexiest rings. Just going back to the old days, I really like them. So for me, the best white bag would be, I think best white bags would be the best Prot and Pyro. And if I could get both in one white bag, that would be just epic, absolutely epic. Anyway, today's been a nice day, I'll tell you that. For the past 3 days here in the UK, it's been mega windy. I'm not too sure. It's as if we had a storm or something. Now it's starting to come down. Me and my mum went for a walk today, and it was real nice. Really nice to get my legs stretched finally as well after sitting on the PC for so much. So that was nice. I also brainstormed some ideas as to what I should do on Realm. Now that I'm sort of maxing this night, I've still got that 8-8 night that I've never really played. I think I should try soloing Oryx 2 on a night. Now that sounds like a really big challenge to me, actually, because it can go sour pretty quick. So I think before I do that, I would like to solo a tomb on that night first, and then after I've done soloing a tomb on that night, I will try and solo Oryx 2. And I think that'll be really fun. Maybe I could live stream on Twitch for that. I have made a Twitch account now, but I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes. I'm not. It's a plan in my head for now, but I'm not really taking action yet, because I'm still quite enjoying playing on this night. To be honest, it's definitely something fun. But I'm starting to think of other characters for me to play now. Of course, the 6-8 assassin is still 6-8. The sorcerer is still 5 out of 8 actually, because it's not maxed in vitality. So maybe I should start playing those a little bit more. I did play on my Huntress afterwards as well, just to get it to 2,000 base fame, because I've got a bunch of like UTs and STs that I sort of want to throw on there. Also, this was a mega drop. This was very nice. It was a very small Oryx, as you can see. There was only 4 of us, and nobody was clearing the armors. And I was like, you know what? I'll try this out. I'll try clearing those armors. I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get an ST. And I did. So felt really lucky, to be honest, because every single Oryx that I do, I always do go for the armors, then the brutes, and not just the brutes, but like the swarmers as well. I'm not sure what they're called, and everything else, and the bosses as well. So I always try and go for the STs. Now I already have that tome, or the chalice. Got that quite a while ago, so it was nice to finally get something other than the Oryx ST, which was, as you saw, the robes. Now all I need is the ring and the wand. I think the wand drops from either Janus. I think it's Janus, or Janus, or Jamal. And the ring, I believe, drops from like the brutes. So yeah, that was also a scary moment right there. I'm not sure. I've never seen that kind of lag before, where enemies just spawn out of nowhere and actually deal damage to you. You know, usually for me it's been the sort of like rubber banding, everything's jumping around, and then the shots sort of appear out of nowhere. But never seen that where the enemies just appear. I'm really happy that I didn't die there, to be honest. Well, it felt a little bit sketchy before, but I didn't quite clock on, I suppose. I didn't quite realize just how weird everything was. Anyway, this is quite a long montage. I've realised. I didn't realise that I've played for so long on this night. Though most of it is coming from me just stunning O2. One of my favourite things to do in a game is just playing Knight and trying to do Oryx 2 and getting some deep stuns in there, to be honest, especially on his last phase, because like on his first phase he's got all of the like friends surrounding him, like the confused minions, all of his minions surrounding him, whereas on his second one where he quiets and he weakens, on his last phase he rotates around you and tries to run away from you. Or I think he chases you and rotates around you at the same time. So yeah, that's what I like as well. It's really hard to do, very high chance of dying, but at the same time you get a high chance of glory, to be honest. You know, really good feeling of actually playing Realm, and it actually feels like you're doing something rather than just grinding all day. And I did get a few of those feelings, to be honest. Well, not on the night, I think. Not so much on the night. As you can see, I mean, the amount of times I've been nexusing just in abysses and stuff, the Knight is really one of those characters that is much more fun to play compared to... what should I compare it to now? Also, Ancient Stone Sword. That was a really, really nice get. But comparing the Knight to... maybe like no, definitely not a wizard. A wizard can still be fun to play, I think. Maybe more of a assassin. I think assassin can be really, really boring to play. A few reasons why assassin is boring to play. You have to stand back. He's a squishy character and he doesn't do a lot of damage, but I guess he's speedy, so that's fun. Anyway, so here I am on my Huntress. As you saw, I did quite a lot of shatters, so I've got it up to 1,900 fame. Now these do give 10 or 20 fame, I believe, but I'm not too bothered. I mean, whereas fame farming or just opening these up, it's not really much difference for me. So not too much loot, no white bags this time either, which is quite disappointing, to be honest. So that's 2 life and 3 mana. Really bad haul, actually. I was hoping to get some more. I do have, well, my previous quest was 1,000 cave, T-cave or whatever you call it, 1,000 treasure cave, and I didn't have the mark, so I couldn't open it. Then the other time I had to get 2 woodland labyrinths, and I didn't. Now this time I've got 2 woodland labyrinths again. I got the 2 woodland labyrinths, but I've only got 1 mark of Bilgewater, which I need another one for like the epic showdown or something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop on my Knight, play for maybe 10 minutes or so, maybe 5 or 6, I don't know, I will see. And yeah, maybe we'll get a Crystal Prisoner and maybe we'll get a Deadwater Docks. I'm really hoping that I do. And I'll just show you my stats now as well in just a second. Okay, so here we go. We've got 6 defense left to max. And 1 hero remaining before Oryx. So I guess we're not doing a Crystal Prisoner then. But yeah, 6 defense left to max and 8 vitality, which is pretty good, to be honest. That's pretty good. I think that's real nice for the Knight. The 40 defense did take forever. Honestly, it took me forever. I think that's the main thing I was grinding out. It's one thing I'm really disappointed about DECA is the fact that the main boss from the Abyss does not drop defense. So you can only get defense if you do the treasure room, but like you're not always guaranteed a treasure room. It's kind of hard to look for one. So I'm really sad about that. I was really bummed out. I thought it was just like a chance. Maybe it's like a chance for you not to get defense from the main boss, but it seems like it's 100% just vitality, and defense only comes from the treasure rooms, which I think doesn't make sense. Maybe it should be like the other way around, where treasure rooms only drop vitality, and the main boss still drops defense. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I did not enjoy that. But anyway, as you can see, I can just tank pretty much everything here in the Godlands, even with 6 defense missing. So we're currently seeing a 68, which is pretty good, I would like a mithril shield. I think it gives 10 or 12 defense, so that's like another 3 added to the list, you know, pretty good. But the 2 speed is actually quite handy, I think, from the snake shield too. It's definitely nothing to sneeze at. Oh, it's 3 speed. Yeah, 3 speed is nothing bad either, to be honest. I like it. Yeah, we'll do this Oryx. Maybe somebody has a wine cellar incantation. We'll try do some Oryx too live. You can get my reactions of how I shit myself every time I actually go for a stun. And yeah, it'll be fun. Maybe we'll get like a tier 6 shield of Colossus. That would be amazing. I'd really like that. Okay. Probably should get some mana potions just before we delve into Oryx, but I think there's going to be a bunch dropped in Oryx Castle anyway, so not too bothered. Also, the ASS, super nice get. Like, just look at the range, boom. And the damage ain't too shabby either. I think, you know, a lot of like Crystal Sword, for example, where it actually has good range, but the DPS is really downplayed, so you sort of don't want to use it. Whereas the ASS still has decent damage, so I like it. Now, of course, slower shot speed. I think it's slower. Yeah, it's definitely slower shot speed, and rate of fire as well. But it kind of makes up for it. I think it would be useful in Abysses. I think I might be able to just one-shot the enemies. Maybe I'm thinking of Paladin. I'm not too sure. But yeah, should be Oryx anytime soon now. So actually, I suppose we can check the DPS. With the Sky Splitter sword, I can just kill these guys. Okay, so yeah, there we go. It's definitely good DPS. I'll have a look on Perfifal's website actually to see which one's better, the ASS or the Sky Splitter. Probably ASS is better for higher defense enemies, and the Sky Splitter is better for lower, but the range is there as well, so I'm not sure. Also, it'd probably be good right now in Oryx Castle when I'm weakened. I guess it wouldn't be as affected as much as the Sky Splitter sword. Boom, nice stuns, nice stuns. Yeah, still doing good damage. So, whereas, actually, it's probably like roughly the same, or maybe a little bit worse than the Sky Splitter. But I'll use it anyway, just because it looks cool. I think the Sky Splitter looks a bit too much for a tier 11 sword, whereas their claim is still got like a wooden hilt, for example, and you know, it's not as flashy, I suppose. Ooh. Wait, I thought I got a mana potion in like the blue bag. Not useful. Actually, no, we should probably take her to like the Oryx fight. Let's take that. Ooh, a bunch more mana. I do use mana potions, especially on Oryx fights. Reason being is I don't see why you wouldn't, because at the end of the Oryx fight, you'll be back to your guild anyway. So it's not really much difference, and I nearly ran into her. I think that would have been my death, to be honest, if I did. Yeah, again, getting armor broken by the brutes is probably one of the most painful things in Realm. Especially with this many enemies about, you can just get insta-popped, basically. Okay, no STs. So I'm not really hunting out for armors anymore, and I'm not really hunting out for Oryx 1. Well, I never really was hunting out for Oryx 1, but I'm mainly focusing on killing brutes and killing the guardians, or Janus, I suppose. Janus. Let's quite empty. I thought people would be here before me, if anything. Now I feel like I rushed and left everybody else behind. So let's kill some of these guys. These guys do a lot of damage if you don't have any decent defense, to be honest. Okay, let's go. Still hoping for defense from just the Stone Guardians alone. Let's switch over to a Sky Splitter here. There we go. Taking quite a bit of damage actually, but that's fine. Didn't get nothing. I will drink a health pot just in case, and switch back over to the ASS. I think the ASS is definitely a sexy item as well. It's not overdone. Maybe comparing it to Demon Blade or Sword of Colossus, or well, that's probably about it. Or the Sky Splitter as well. Just looks like a bang on nice sword that definitely does deal a lot of damage, but it's quite basic as well. That's why I like it. Maybe one of my favorite white bags is the ASS as well, to be honest. I think it was one of like the first good white bags that I got as a noob. Of course, everybody started off with like the robe of the Planewalker or cloak and the Extreme Prejudice staff. But ASS I think was one of my like first badass white bags that I could sell for quite a big amount of pots and stuff, you know, back when UTs were tradable, that is. So it's been with me for quite a while. And it's just nice to see a white bag inside Oryx's castle. I think Oryx 1 and Oryx 2 should drop white bags too, not just STs, which kinda sucks, I think. You know, a white bag should be pretty rare as well, like maybe as rare as Event White. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't even know where it could be. Maybe where you convert those 35 shards of Janus or the Door Warden or something. Maybe those could be converted, or whatever they convert into is what the Oryx should drop as a white bag. I control your fate. This one should be pretty easy. Get stunned. Oh, somebody else is chain stunning with me. That's nice. Don't have a lot of I should have went for this. And the weak as well. Again, I'm playing like an idiot right now. I should have went for a stun though. But yeah, I don't have my pet is currently at 61 magic heal, so it's not the best, but it's not the worst either, to be honest. Can't really complain about that one, I guess. Okay, good luck boys on loot. Maybe we'll have an Oryx too, though it's quite a small group. There are some phases which are harder to do with smaller groups in Oryx 2. I think the chase phase is one of them. Okay, 5 defense left to max, and we'll just see if we get a wine cellar or not. If we do, we'll stay on the video. If not, please leave a like, please comment. I always enjoy your comments, guys, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I upload every 2 days, and I play some Terraria every now and then. In 2 days, actually, Terraria comes out with 1.4, so I'll be playing out a lot, to be honest. I'll probably be releasing a video every single day, and I might calm down a little bit on the Realm side as well. Not too sure, of course, but you know, maybe. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, like I said, please leave a like, please leave a comment and subscribe. I hope you have a nice day, and bye-bye.